we can't go back. Future doesn't go back, it always has to move on.
I think we need the farmers to be part of the future.
To be honest, I don't think the plant-based revolution is a threat for farmers. It's actually a huge opportunity.
I would definitely say it is a chance. Yeah, every transformation is also a threat, and if change occurs, and many things are happening, and the beauty is we don't know what exactly will happen. But I do think there are plenty of opportunities and for farmers in Germany as well as in whole Europe.
There are also farmers that have only grass and cows, or they have only pigs and no land. What should they do? Yeah, and I think we have to acknowledge today that we don't know. I think it's important to say we don't know, we have no plan. But let's talk about it. I think it's important that we acknowledge that there's a need for discussion.
The value is European derived, of course, and we see a trend in the market that European derived or European origin is of a high value for consumers. So everybody will profit from that trend, also the farmers.
I think everybody these days, if you're young, if you're old, you're facing what happens to the world. And sustainability is a very important factor. Shipping products from all around the world coming to Europe is something that you cannot explain later on to your grandchildren.
The European consumer, he really wants to be more informed about the traceability, where the products are coming from. And I think also the European origin is one of the key aspects for which they would like to buy products. I think it's nearby, it's known. It's also support for the local farmers and also support for the local community. So I think this is a criteria which is very important for consumers.
Well, customers, they are interested in transparency. They want to know where the product came from, who was producing it, and so on. So traceability is very important, and certifications are very important. So this is, I think, an important role for Donau Soja.
I think Donau Soja is very well suited to be a link between the plant-based food industry and the European farmers. You have to remember that more than 10,000 farmers produce according to our standards. Not only soya, we have started with fava beans and with other crops already. So we are working towards a multi-crop environment. And we are very good in handling standards that are not commercial but owned by a transparent and non-profit organization. So we want to be a link between the farmers and the European producers of plant-based food to guarantee transparency and origin in sustainable development chains.
I think the role of Donau Soja to have a win-win situation between farmers, consumers and the food sector is to keep the dialogue, to bring all together at one table. Once more, I think that's the most important thing we can do as a stakeholder, as Donau Soja is, and to keep the focus on the added values we have when we have European proteins, and to go step by step in this revolution so that it's not a revolution but an evolution. I think that's the most important thing Donau Soja could do.
For the plant-based future, we need the farmer, we need the producers, but we need the consumers as well. And we have to reflect that in Europe we do have so many different food cultures. And we have to be aware of it and see a chance in this diversity. And I think this is still a way to go, but we can manage.
The most important thing I'm taking home is that we have to learn to speak in a different way about plant-based products, that we develop a new language which inspire people to try new things, to taste, and to be more excited about food.